There should be no contact. We can't have people stabbing people in a neighborhood, because let me just tell you what ends up happening. There's some person who's minding their own business in their neighborhood, just probably trying to have a relaxing evening, maybe barbecuing or something, and then they have to deal with all this foolishness with screaming and stuff going on.
Welcome to the Court of Verdicts.
All right, court is calling 2019 CR 5820, State of Texas versus Felicia Cox. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Marcus Sanders.
For the defense?
Cleophas Marshall.
And are you Ms. Cox?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case, and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discoveries. Ms. Cox, I'm showing you what's entitled Application for Community Supervision of Deferred Adjudication. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled True Bill of Indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, I do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Judge, I believe we're proceeding on count paragraph A, waiving paragraph B.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Ms. Cox, I'm going to show you what's entitled Court Admonishments and Defendant's Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand what you're charged with is aggravated assault with a deadly weapon? That's a second-degree felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you, and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you are giving up those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court would grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses to this offense?
Yes, she has, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, I do believe she's mentally competent to stand trial.
Do you believe she's was sane at the time of the offense?
I do.
Ms. Cox, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Caroline, you can take this one back. That's done. Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial, showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, the state is proceeding on count 1, paragraph A only. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. Affirmative finding of deadly weapon. State recommends deferred adjudication. There's the restitution of $200 to Amber Times, TIMES. Did you understand that to be the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
That is correct.
State, is that the plea bargain agreement?
Yes, Judge.
Next, I'm showing you the paragraph entitled Waiver of Appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargaining agreement, the state is requesting that your deferred adjudication be for a term of 2 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service restitution, and anger management. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to count 1, paragraph A, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
Guilty.
State, any evidence?
Yes, the state offers State's Exhibit 1 and its attachments. We reviewed the state's exhibits. We have no objections.
Ms. Cox, I'm showing you what's entitled Wavering Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Excuse me, off the record. That's not filled out correctly. All right, Ms. Cox, I'm showing you what's entitled Wavering Consent to Stipulation of Testimony and Stipulations. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form, thank you, of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there'll be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments and review the same. All right, after reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty. Have the court for deferred finding of guilt as you've applied for deferred adjudication. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, we are, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, I've had an opportunity to represent Ms. Cox in this matter, and she is requesting that the court grant her application for deferred adjudication. I would show the court that she's taking care of her disabled child, and so we would ask that the court would consider lowering the hours of community service or adjusting them. for that
Okay, you said
cost.
she's taking care of a child.
Yes.
All right. So is there anything you wish to say, Ms. Cox? Well, what's on in your life? Why would something like this happen?
I don't know. It was New Year's.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
It was New Year's.
And how old is your child?
He's 10
And where was your 10-year-old doing this? It happened during New Year's and
with my mom.
see, if we would put our children first, maybe we wouldn't be here, right? So if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
I was there.
All right, what are you going to be positive for? And what else?
That's it.
All right, you're going to get drug tested today. So you want to stick with just marijuana?
Says marijuana.
All right, so here's the thing. If it's more than marijuana, we're gonna have some issues because you're being dishonest with me. When I place people on probation, my goal is for them to be successful on it. So if you don't,
If I
yes.
may, Your Honor, there's always a possibility that somebody. could
All right, well, let's do
replace it
this.
with something.
What's the possibility that you may be positive for something other than marijuana? Because maybe somebody put something in a cigarette that you didn't know about.
Maybe cocaine.
All right, so there's a possibility that it may be cocaine and what else? That again, that someone may have put in a cigarette that you know nothing about. Okay, so cocaine, meth, and marijuana, and what else? Are you sure? All right.
They're always lacing the stuff with fentanyl as well.
Oh, there could be other things, you know,
Okay.
it could be other
I'll
things.
just
Okay,
let the court
all
know.
right. Because I don't, you know, we have drug testing that we can do here today. And we can get an answer from me right away. But I don't like to spend money unnecessarily if we don't have to.
I understand.
All right, are you employed?
No, ma'am, I take care of my disabled son.
All right. So we're gonna have to come up with a better plan because I can't have someone who may be on marijuana, cocaine, and methamphetamine taking, well, I don't know why you're rolling your eyes at me.
Your Honor, if I may,
Mhm.
I think it's an unnatural or a natural demeanor or disposition of her. She
I
tends to
know.
do it at all times.
Okay, here's the thing. I understand, and I understand that
sorry.
people make, no problem. I understand that sometimes people are nervous, but I can't have her until we get this drug problem under control. I can't have her having unsupervised contact with a 10-year-old. So you're not going to be allowed to be alone with him. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So I want you to be honest with me. Are you really taking care of him, or
Yes,
it's his
ma'am.
grandmother?
No, me.
All right. So does his grandmother know all this that's going on in your life?
No, ma'am.
All right. So do you have a significant other in your life?
No, ma'am, it's just me.
All right. So this is what the court is going to do. It's going to be 2 years deferred adjudication, $1,000 fine, probated. I'm going to want her in felony drug court. You're going to be referred to felony drug court. And this dancing that you did with me about something that may or may not be in a marijuana cigarette, don't do this with them.
Yes,
Just be
ma'am.
upfront and honest with them because you really need the help. Because otherwise, you know what's going to end up happening? You're going to end up losing custody of your son. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So I want a referral to felony drug court. I'm going to want the UA hotline until accepted. And can you let felony drug court know this is an emergency?
Yes, Your Honor.
There's going to be $200 restitution and no contact with Amber Times.
Your Honor, if I may, on a no contact with Ms. Times, I've had an opportunity to talk with her, as have the state. In fact, she's in the courtroom at this time, and she is okay with there being a no harmful contact in the injurious, or no contact in a harmful or injurious manner. They do kind of flow in the same areas, and so I would not want.
Where's Ms. Times?
Ms. Times, would you please stand up?
Ms. Times, there should be no contact. We can't have people stabbing people in a neighborhood because let me just tell you what ends up happening. There's some person who's minding their own business in their neighborhood, just probably trying to have a relaxing evening, maybe barbecuing or something. And then they have to deal with all this foolishness with screaming and stuff going on and people saying, I stabbed somebody because they disrespected my company. So there's not to be any contact. All right, thank you. So there should be no contact with Amber Times, $200 restitution. Ms. Times, do you still want your $200 restitution? That could probably help her out.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so she still wants her $200 restitution. We're gonna do parenting classes. There should be regular reporting and probation. I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm gonna need field visit 4 times per month to make sure that her child is okay and that she's not having unsupervised contact. There should be no unsupervised contact with minors. I'm gonna want proof of employment within 30 days. There should be no employment as a home health care provider or minors. How are you supporting yourself?
I take care of my son, so it's on Social Security.
Yeah, that Social Security is for your son. It's not for you.
I know.
So, okay. I'm gonna want 150 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. The court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, and you present proof, 40 of those hours will be waived. The remaining of the hours will be waived once you provide proof of successful completion of parenting classes. If she's not accepted into felony drug court, please let me know immediately. We're going to do something else. All right. I tell you what, just go ahead and do a tap as well. All right, probation, is there anything else that she needs?
No, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, did I say report? Yes, I did say regular reporting.
Yes.
Is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful? All right, I'm gonna show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it? All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're gonna have to do better for your child. State, what are you doing with 2020 CR 4845?
Judge, it will be dismissed, but not sure in what form, but we plan to get rid of it
All right, when is that gonna happen?
today.
All right, thank you.
And Judge, we have impact statement, so
Is this an impact statement from the person who wants to have contact with her?
she doesn't want to have contact. She didn't care either way. Was
Oh, there's no, she said she has nothing she wants to say. Is that correct? Thank you, Ms. Tynes. Have a great day.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right, that will be all. Probation will go over conditions with her.
Thank you very much.
Court.
What makes this case so unsettling isn't just the stabbing charge, it's how quickly the courtroom turned into a conversation about a child's safety. The judge wasn't only focused on punishment here, she was trying to stop a dangerous cycle before it got even worse. Instead of prison, the defendant was given a chance through drug court, parenting classes, and strict supervision. But the warning was crystal clear. If she doesn't change, she could lose everything, including custody of her son. And that raises the biggest question of all. Should courts focus more on rehabilitation like this, or was this defendant already given too many chances?